Oh my gosh. Hi guys, so today is finally the day. It is Sweetener Day, everybody, and I am finally here to talk about Sweetener, the album. Most of you probably know that Ariana Grande is one of my favorite people in the entire world. I have been following her for over 5 years, and this has been her most highly anticipated album ever. We had a 4-month time span with absolutely nothing from her this year. So I was going into this album like, this better be worth the 4 months where all we got were Reebok ads, okay? I am sporting my No Tears Left to Cry shirt in honor. I'm very hot, I live in Arizona, but I'm still sporting it, and a few months ago I did my reaction to when No Tears Left to Cry came out, my live reaction to the song and the video, so I will link that video in the description if you haven't seen it. I didn't film any reactions for Sweetener just because I really wanted to be able to experience it, like with my headphones and not have to like videotape. Also, it was late at night and I was going to bed right after I listened to it because I had school in the morning, love that. But after multiple listens, multiple favorites, and some that are not my favorites, I have my clipboard. Holy crap, love that. I got my clipboard with all of my notes. I have all the songs ranked. I'm going to be talking about all the songs, what I think, what I feel, all the things, and I am very excited. So let's get into it. Just a disclaimer, I've never done an album review before, so don't exactly know what I'm doing, kind of just doing what I think an album review would be. And I'm not a musician, not a music producer, so this is just coming from a fan. I don't know what else to tell you. Just don't take my opinions too literally. They're my opinions. So the album starts out with a very short but sweet intro called Raindrops, An Angel Cried. Ariana originally released this on her Instagram on her birthday. I remember staying up when I was in Toronto until midnight, hoping that she would release something as a surprise for her birthday. And we got Raindrops, and it was so beautiful, and I still love it to this day. I love it when she does like the slower kind of like ballad type songs, and when it's just her voice with no music, it's literally breathtaking. With that being said, I do wish it was longer. I thought we would get more than just the snippet that she released on her Instagram, but it was not a snippet, it was the entire song. So that's really my only bad thing to say about it, was that I wish it was a little longer, but maybe it wouldn't be as powerful if it was longer, and I know that it means a lot to her, so I don't know, just like maybe short and sweet was the way that she wanted it to be. And Raindrops comes in as number 7 on my ranking from 1 to 15, 1 being my favorite, 15 being my least favorite. It's sitting at 7. It would be a lot higher up if it was longer, but obviously it's better than like half of the album in my opinion, so love you, Raindrops. So Raindrops does a kind of bizarre transition into the next song, which is Blazed, which is featuring Pharrell. I did not have high expectations for this song at all, just being a person who isn't a big fan of Pharrell's voice. Like, I'm sure he's a great person, obviously, since like Ariana works with him, but I just never really loved his voice. I was pleasantly surprised by this song. I really liked the tropical beat that was in the background. I thought that was pretty cool. I wasn't super love it when my lamp does that. We're gonna have to shut that off. I apologize if it just got super dark in here, but this is what I'm working with now, I guess. So like, the lyrics weren't amazing. They weren't super deep. They were just like average lyrics. I thought it was a cute like bop, I guess, but it is ranked number 14 on my list just because there are so many better songs on the album, and I didn't think it was going to be my favorite before the album was even released, so I'm not super disappointed about it. But yeah, Blazed, it's okay. Alright, so then we do what I think is a pretty smooth, logical transition into the third track on the album, which is The Light Is Coming featuring Nicki Minaj. So The Light Is Coming was released 2 months ago now, so wow, time seriously doesn't exist. I had very high hopes for The Light Is Coming when she did the preview of it at Wango Tango. It sounded amazing, and then when the actual song was released, I wasn't as big of a fan, just because of the screaming man in the background. That like ruined, I couldn't focus on the lyrics because of the screaming man in the background. Also, I thought the song was pretty repetitive, like when Ariana was constantly saying the light is coming, kind of just got old. I do like Nicki's verse. I mean, I do like the song, it has a great beat. I think it's a bop. I listen to it still. So The Latest Coming ranks 12 out of 15. So, I mean, obviously it's not the worst song on the album, in my opinion. It grew on me over time. I definitely got to like it more after I got more used to the sound of the old man screaming in the background, which was very necessary. We then go from The Latest Coming to the one and only R.E.M. I could talk about R.E.M. all day. I'm just gonna say R.E.M. is number 1 on my list. It's my favorite song on the entire album. It is so dreamy. Ariana's dreamy songs have always been my favorite, like Best Mistake, Moonlight. Those have all been my favorite songs. And R.E.M. was my best mistake in Moonlight. It is just so good. I love when she like talks and she's like, she's like, does this end? Like, I love that. I love that. I love the part where it's like, bum, 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 bum. You know that part where it goes like, bum, 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 bum. I love that part. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's seriously one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite song Ariana's ever made. I honestly wasn't super excited for it. I got more excited once she did the, you know, the Sweetener slumber party, and she like previewed it on her Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. And it is just so good. It's so good. Obviously, we know nothing's gonna top R.E.M. on the rest of my list, so love that. But we do have close seconds, obviously, since there's more positions on the ranking list. So R.E.M. then goes into the gorgeous God Is a Woman. I was so excited for God Is a Woman, and God Is a Woman did not disappoint. Like, the beat in God Is a Woman is so good throughout, you know, all of the verses. Just the beat is so good, especially the second time she does the chorus when it adds like the extra beat in there. Oh my god, I live for it. And my new favorite thing is when Ariana goes yeah in all of her songs, and yeah is a big part of God Is a Woman, so we love that. And the ending with like, oh my god, the choir, but it's just her, like her mind. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love God Is a Woman, and God Is a Woman is number 3 on my list for Sweetener. So very high up there. Just such an amazing song with such a great message to like, we love a feminist queen, and she is just, she did that with that song. It's incredible. So from God Is a Woman, we then go to Sweetener. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect from Sweetener. I kind of expected some like, you know, sweet, like dreamy-ish vibes from Sweetener. I don't know if I was wrong. It's very, very sweet, obviously, since it's called Sweetener. It's very different from anything that she's ever made, and I really like that. I absolutely love the part where it's like, you know, I don't know if a lot of people like it, where it's like, get it, get it, get it, get it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. You know, that part. And it's just so cute, puts me in a great mood. It's just like, so, I can't even describe it. Like, I feel like it's like a candy shop, because it's called Sweetener. I don't know if that's why I'm calling it a candy shop, but it's just, it's so good. It's so good. It reminds me of like a baking, because she's like, mix it. I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically, I'm here to tell you that Sweetener is a number 4 on my list. It's a great song. I really love it. Alright, so from Sweetener, we go into Successful. I wasn't really sure what to expect from Successful. Really didn't have an idea like what it was going to sound like or what it was going to be about. And I did really like Successful. I love the chorus, like especially where... Forgot to put my mic on. Hi, we're back. Anyways, so I love the chorus, especially the part where she's like, girl, you. I was like, me? You're talking to me? Me? Hello. But yeah, I thought it was a cute song with the cute beat. It is ranked number 10 on my list. I really think everything above 13 is all songs that I really love. I just had songs that I loved more. So the only songs that I really didn't like are the ones that are like 14 and 15. So Successful goes into Everytime, and Everytime was my original claimed track back before we knew anything about the album. I claimed track number 8, and when I found out that it was going to be Everyday, I was a little disappointed, just because Everytime, when I found out that it was going to be Everytime, I was a little disappointed, just because Everyday is one of my least favorite Ariana songs, and I was like, oh, it's just going to be an Everyday 2.0, and boy was I wrong. Everytime is iconic. The chorus goes so hard. It is so real. Like, I know that she has experienced this. And my expectations were like down here, and the song was like up there. It is so good. I love it. What a bop. I honestly think the song was originally called Back to You and then changed when Selena released Back to You, but like T on that for later. Every Time is ranked number 6 on my list. I love it. It's great. We stan. So Every Time then goes into a more slow Breathin. And Breathin I thought was very relatable. The lyrics were very like relatable and personal to me, and obviously personal to her. I wasn't a huge fan of the beat of the song, but just because of like the personal element, it really made me love it and appreciate it more than I would have maybe if it was about something different. And Breathin is ranked number 9 on my list. So I really like Breathin, really appreciate her singing about that and the meaning behind it. So then we go from Breathin into an obvious personal favorite of mine, No Tears Left to Cry. You know that I love the song because of my reaction to it when I first heard it, and it is ageless. I could listen to it forever and still love it as much as the first time that I ever heard it. It's just so catchy and so upbeat, and I love everything about it. I just wish that maybe she put the intro from the snippet that we originally heard in like the beginning of the song, but it's fine because it's like mixed in there. So No Tears is number 5 on my list, and it was a lot of mixing back and forth between like Sweetener, God Is a Woman, and No Tears, and I eventually put No Tears as number 5 in my top 5 on Sweetener. So good. Pop perfection, love that. So we go from the fantastic No Tears Left to Cry into Borderline. Yeah. No, I don't like Borderline at all. I don't know. I didn't really know what to expect for it, and I really didn't have any expectations, but it definitely didn't exceed any expectations that I might have had. Just the beat just didn't do it for me. I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like Missy's verse. I thought she didn't really have any emotion. I know that Ariana said in her live stream that it was originally Missy's song, so I don't really blame her just because it wasn't her song originally, so she didn't really have a lot to do with it. But yeah, it's definitely number 15 on my list. I don't know if I'm ever gonna like that song. Might get used to it, but as of now, not a fan of Borderline at all. Sorry. So we go from Borderline into a Better Off. Better Off is very calming. It's very real. Again, I know that Ariana obviously put like personal experience into this, and I really appreciate that when she puts such like personal parts of herself into her music. I just really wasn't a big fan of the beat. I don't know. It's, I guess when an artist that you've been listening to for so long, you know, strays away from what they usually make, which is obviously what you like, they're going to be making some new stuff that you like and some new stuff that you're not a big fan of. And I think with Better Off, that's really just what it was. I think it's a good song and other people appreciate it because obviously that's the type of music that they like. But for me, it just wasn't music that I loved. And so it's ranked number 13 on my list. Just really wasn't for me, but I do appreciate like the personal elements that she put into the song. So Better Off goes into the lovely Goodnight and Go. I knew that Goodnight and Go was like a revamp of an older song, but I hadn't listened to the original because I just wanted to be surprised. I think the song is super cute. I wasn't really sure what to expect, and it definitely like gave me good vibes. Really liked it. The ending is amazing, like where it just kind of like singles out her voice and then like fades out. That I love that. Goodnight and Go is ranked 11 on my list. I think it's really cute. It's a good song, and I'll definitely be listening to it much more in the future. So Goodnight and Go goes into Pete, and I originally was not sure how I was going to feel about Pete, just because of the whole, you know, Pete made the Manchester jokes and never apologized for it situation. Really rubbed me the wrong way, and I wasn't a big fan of his after that. But I was like, I gotta go into this with an open mind because I know Ariana really loves him, and like he's got to be, you know, a good person if he's worthy of writing a song about. And I love Pete, the song. It is very good. Pete Davidson, I guess it's called Pete Davidson now, but I'll just call it Pete for short. I love the beat, and obviously I love how, you know, she's happy, and that's how the song ends, obviously. But if she's happy, I'm happy, and I just think the song is very positive and very, you know, like very real, and, you know, just really showcases how much she loves him. And so the song is ranked number 8 on my list, which is much higher than I originally predicted that I would be ranking it. I really do love the song, and it's just like short and sweet, so you don't really have to dwell on it for too long if you don't love it. But I just think it's a cute little interlude. And peak goes into the song that I was the most excited for, which is Get Well Soon. From the second that I heard what Get Well Soon was going to be about, I knew that I was going to love it just because it was going to be like that relatable for me. And it definitely delivered. The lyrics are just so real, like, and this time real, like, relatable and personal for me as well. I loved it from the, you know, semi-traumatic see you next year snippet, like the feel it. I loved it from then, and obviously I love it now. I just love the part where it's like, girl, what's wrong with you? Come back down, in the background. I love that little added element. And obviously the 40 seconds added at the end to make it so the song is 5 minutes, 22 seconds is very, very important and very, like, powerful, and I really, really appreciate that element of the song. So Get Well Soon is number 2 on my list. It is my second favorite song on the album. I honestly was not expecting R.E.M. to surpass it, but I guess they're two very different songs. You take R.E.M., which is very, like, upbeat and, like, you know, cute and bubbly and positive, and Get Well Soon is a lot more somber and realistic, and they're very different things to be comparing when you're ranking an album, but Get Well Soon definitely did not disappoint, and it's a great way to close out the album, I think. So that's the whole album. I really love this. I think it's a very cohesive body of work, and I'm so excited. I am leaving to go to Los Angeles on Friday to go see the Sweetener sessions and see Ariana perform all these songs live, and I'm just over the moon. Can't believe it's actually happening. I'm so excited. So yeah, if you want to see my vlog next week when I go to the Sweetener sessions, be sure to subscribe. If you want to see other, like, fangirl Ariana related videos, give this a thumbs up if you liked my first album review, and leave a comment of what your favorite songs were on the album, because I would love to know. So yeah, go buy and stream Sweetener. I'm counting on you, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching. Ariana, what should everybody do now?
Subscribe. This is the channel to subscribe to, if you're gonna subscribe to any.